All right, I'm on hole number 3 of the 2020 Paradise Islands tournament. The first time we've had a Paradise Islands tournament. Let's go to Golf Clash Notebook and check it out. We're on an Oasis hole here, so we're on the Oasis, hole 6. This is a par 5, the big par 5. This is the bounce, diddy bounce, diddy bounce. So I'm making up a full set of notes. So I started the week off. This is the progression here, everybody. Go to the camera. So I started off the week with this set of notes right here. So I wrote down all the holes that were on the original sheet that Golf Clash or Playdemic puts out, and figured out which Kung hole it was and which Oasis holes they were. And then I went through and I put in videos in the playlist and just wrote down some basic notes. So I had some basic ball info and ball and club. And now the goal is to try and turn that info into the. So I'm setting up a brand new set of notes where I'll be specific. Still got my hole stuff on there so I can find the holes. And now just kind of work my way down and make myself a basic set of notes going into the qualifying round so that I can start working on those as we move along. And you can have whatever your process happens to be here, but it's this note-taking stuff is really important because it's like anything else. When you write stuff down, you tend to remember it a little bit more, and it's so you don't have to think so much when you're out there on the course. You can go to the hole, look at your notes, look at the hole, get that mental image in your head. So on hole number 3, this came from the Coastal Classic. I used an extra mile, a Kingmaker. I've got a plus 15 on here, and I'm not sure if that's got to be the shot to the cup. We're bringing a sniper. 6.5 top spin. 1 left side spin. All right, let's go out and check this hole out. Let's go check it out. Let's bring out a club out there and see what our shot is out there. Just make sure what I've got down for my club and ball collection selection is correct. It's going to boil down to extra mile and a wood. So it's your driver and your wood going in. This is not, in my opinion, a super high percentage Albie type hole. It's not that you can't get an Albie here. It's just that it's not one of those holes that lends itself to like getting an Albie. It's very tricky when you get up to the green, especially the angle that we're coming into the green and the way the green rolls out. You can very easily find yourself on the backside of this green in the rough. And you can very easily find yourself in the brown stuff on this. 3, 4, 5, 6.5. Just a little bit. Just trying to bleed myself up there. It's about a ring and a half. Nice and easy. Hitting it perfect. See if we can get the bounces right. You hear my dog getting at it over there? He's a tough one. He's all like 3.5 pounds. Sounds like he's like 40. So that should put me in a pretty good spot right there. That's going to be a pretty consistent area for us to land in. I mean, there'll be a little bit of variance, but not enough variance out there that one area should be significantly different or better than any other area. As long as you can get, like, there's a ridge right here, and I'm kind of sitting right up on top of that ridge. You can see it from this angle. And if you fall off the other side of that, it'll drop down. So if you hit that ridge with any speed, you could very easily bleed off the front. But just getting up into that area looks pretty good. Now comes the big one. More ball guide that you have on this, the better. That's for damn sure. All right, 2-9. I'm going to try that from there and just see what it looks like. So I'm going to do a 2-9 pull. No special. I'm just going to do right at 3 rings. I just want to see how it responds down there as far as ball guide. Is the ball guide lying to me? Hitting it perfect. We should get a pretty good read right here. The ball guide is lying just a little. So that's either where I need to do a wind adjustment or I need to accept the fact that the ball guide's lying to me. Which way is the wind blowing? So the wind's blowing that way. It pushed me off a little. That adjustment there could be because it pushed me off a little. So I had a plus 15% on here. So I may be doing a plus 15% on the drive going, or the shot going in. So the next time I come here, I'll try that 15% and see what the deal is. Because the ball guide there was right on the outside of the cup, and the hole, because of the terrain on the green, the hole, as the ball slows down, everything's getting pulled to the right. So I started off just a little bit on the left-hand side of the cup, and the natural way that the course flows is it's going to make everything drift to the right. And so that should have been really, really close. We can definitely make that shot. It's practice day. We definitely do not want to take any risks. I see it. It happens every time. And it damn near happens really bad every time, where somebody will go out there and you'll end up with like a 4 or 5 and you're just practicing and you end up qualifying with that 4 or 5. You may get in one of those brackets where everybody's practicing. And so you think the 4 or 5 is not going to make it, but the 4 or 5 does. And it can get really bad. So it's super important on the practice day. And it is tough. If you have never practiced like this before, I can guarantee you it is tough, because you have to train yourself to miss the putt. And then here's what's even tougher is the next time you go out and you play for real, you have to remind yourself that, hey, this one actually counts. I have to make this shot. Going out and practicing on Mondays is definitely beneficial to your game, because you'll get a chance to look at these holes and be critical and not even have any worry whatsoever about score. So it's super important to practice on Mondays. And I'll practice again on Tuesday in this account. And if I'm still not feeling it, I may practice in my 77 account. I may practice on Monday and Tuesday and then try and qualify on Wednesday, which is always a risky deal. It's best to try and qualify at least one of your accounts, your main account, and get it in on Tuesday. But there we have it. That was hole number 3. And I think we got a pretty good feel for hole number 3. It's just going to be that second shot going in. And it's the way that we're coming into that hole is super difficult, because the green it doesn't look like it, but the green has a really good slope. And so as your ball comes onto the green, it's going to pick up that slope and it's going to move your ball. And it's really, really easy to get caught up on the backside. So we want to watch how that goes as the week goes on. All right, that was hole number 3. Thanks for watching.